Welcome back. State of Decay. Survivors report Congrex's Prime. And today, I may have some big news for you guys. Or you guys might be already attuned to what is about to happen. Or probably, I'm going to say probably is going to happen in June. I'm coming at you with this video because I've been kind of pondering for the last few weeks about something that I think may transpire for us here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. As you guys know, the Microsoft game expo slash showcase is coming to us in the first week of June. It always does. We kind of wait for it like clockwork to see what's going to be released in the very near future for all the Xbox, games. And one of the games that we've all been paying attention to, obviously, has been State of Decay 3. Now, last year, surprising enough, we got a game trailer slash gameplay trailer, which to me was very disheartening, and I made a video about it. And I wasn't too happy for what I saw because it was almost like I was watching a State of Decay 2 2.5, right? There was slight variation on some of the characters' textures. We saw a Wichita running around. We saw, a sniper get on top of a car, which is what we, tend to do to break combat from most zombies in State of Decay 2. And I just didn't see anything in there that screamed out, something new. Or better yet, an improved, of a very newly improved version of State of Decay. Like, I'll give you an example. If you play State of Decay 1 just for 5 minutes and jump into State of Decay 2, there's a leap in graphics. Like, there's a huge leap in graphics. And also what the game handles and the physics, a lot of stuff has changed in the game. Some for the better, some for the worse, right? Some will argue. But at the end of the day, there is a monumental change in the game, which is not experienced in State of Decay 3's trailer. So let's do a quick recap, right? In July of 2020, we got a crazy announcement that State of Decay 3 was going to be a thing, that it was going to be in process. That's back in 2020, July. We got that trailer in the Xbox showcase, and everybody went nuts. I know I did. When I saw that trailer, I was like, yo, we're going to have snow, so that means we have weather effects. We're going to have animals that are probably going to be infected. All kinds of craziness that started, everybody started speculating like, oh my God, State of Decay 3 is going to be wild. We're going to have to deal with a lot of different things. And of course, we got the trailer we got last year, which kind of circled back to what State of Decay 2 is, not what State of Decay 3 could be, right? So I want to recap that because I want to emphasize something, that first trailer was a mind-blown trailer for me. It completely mind-blowed probably the whole community. I know it did me, for sure. And I was super excited for what State of Decay 3 could be. Now, of course, we got what we got last year, and I'm circling back to that trailer again because, again, I wasn't a big fan of it. I was just I felt like I was let down in a way, right? So now that we recapped and we saw what State of Decay 3 could have been to what it's shaping up to be now, right? What do we know right now? Like, what will happen, right? We only have 3 possible options, and that's what this video is really about. This video I'm going to talk to you about is something I've been kind of bouncing an idea here and there with a couple of my friends, and I was talking about them. They're like, hey, man, you should make this into a video. I said, okay, cool, man. You know what? I'm going to. So I have 3 possible things that are going to happen for us because a lot of us have been speculating or thinking about what could be in terms of like what release time frame we have for State of Decay 3, right? And some people said 2025 last year, and I was like, nah, that's not going to be the case. And I made a couple videos about that too and spoke to other people about it too on live streams. And I said, this is impossible, not 2025, right? We all know it's not going to be 2025, right? Depending on what happens in July, that showcase, if they show us a gameplay rich trailer where they show mechanics, they show maybe, I don't know, a cutscene or two in there, and they got a functional game where we can see for sure what the game's UI looks like, what the mechanics that they're gonna show us, and most important, what the game is gonna look like. That's the big one, right? That's the one that we all want to know, because all we keep getting are trailers. We're not getting gameplay, and we want to know what the game looks like. What Undead Labs has been working on for the last almost 6 years, right? Maybe 7. If that happens, I could probably say with some confidence, level of confidence, that 2026, late 2026, like around the holiday time frame, we could probably see a release version of State of Decay 3, right? But that's wishful thinking on my part. That's not like throwing any facts out there. That's not me knowing exactly what's going to happen with Undead Labs, right? This is all a spitball on the wall. That's all I'm doing right now, guys. It's just spitballing, right? I don't have any insight on Undead Labs, nor any leaks or anything like that. I've read some things on Reddit. I've read some things, in the internet, some articles kind of pointing out some things that some other employees of State of Decay 3, the new hires, made a mistake and posted something on social media. That's all speculation, right? And that could be true. That could be false. Let me give you what most likely we're going to get on this showcase, which I think this is the direction it's going to go. We're going to get another gameplay trailer. Another trailer of State of Decay 3, probably about a minute, maybe 2 minutes long, showing something else about the game, right? Because the last showcase, they wanted to emphasize the sense of loss, right? That's what the whole trailer was about permadeath. We already have had permadeath since State of Decay 1, but that's what they wanted to emphasize, right? There is some speculations and some rumors out there that the next State of Decay, it's going to be more base building orientated. I don't really disagree with that. I think it might be an actual good thing, but they may show us something about base building, right? Like, building a community, whatever that community is going to be. If it's going to be a community of farmers, if it's going to be a community of weapon building, maybe a community of, mechanics that build, or rebuild cars like in a junkyard. I'm guessing that that's kind of like what, specifics you want to build in terms of bases. And maybe instead of just having one main base, you'll have multiple bases that you manage. Like you can have, multiple bases, kind of like you have outposts, but now they're bases. This is all speculation. Again, that's what I'm thinking they're going to go with, just to kind of emphasize the base building, the community aspect of the game. And we may see something to that extent on the Xbox showcase, right? Because that just makes sense. That's the trailer that I'm expecting. It's something along those lines. Now, are we going to get that? I don't know. If that happens, and only if that happens, I'm going to be optimistic and say 2027, right? That's optimism. And that's based on all the other stuff that I've looked at, right? That's the projected date for the game, right? And that's just projections from, other sources that are unconfirmed and unverified. All right. So take that with a grain of salt. If worst case scenario happens, which is the one I don't want to see, I hope and I pray the Undead Labs shows us something on that showcase, whatever the hell it is. A bad trailer is better than no trailer. But if we get no trailer, I'm gonna honestly say that we're not gonna see State of Decay 3 for a long time, and that's the unfortunate reality that we have to deal with as gamers. And this is why I'm throwing out this video to kind of prepare everybody mentally for what could happen, which is we get nothing. We don't even get a poster, and that will be tough. So anyway, guys, that is gonna be the video. Now, this is all speculation. And I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think is going to be the release date of State of Decay 3? Do you think it's 2026, 2027, or who knows? So drop a comment below and just let me know what you guys think. And also let me know what you think of this video. You guys have a great day or night. Like, love, and peace. Congrexes. Checking out.